Good afternoon, KELOLAND. We are watching thickening cloud cover in north central and northeastern South Dakota early this afternoon. As you see, temperatures are in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. Our forecast for today is for a dry sky. Temperatures will reach the 30s, 40s, and 50s for afternoon highs. I'll have more details on your forecast coming up as we begin midday in KELOLAND.
Live from KELOLAND Media Group, midday in KELOLAND.
An update on a weekend crash that sent a young child to the hospital. Plus, a look at the devastating aftermath of the weekend tornadoes in Tennessee. Good afternoon. Thanks for having us in. A man with a long history of harassing women is headed back to jail. Today, Judge Pat Smith sentenced 70-year-old Greg Farrar to 6 months behind bars for having sexual contact with a woman without consent. If Farrar gets in trouble after being released, he'll have to serve another 6 months for the crime. During today's sentencing hearing, the judge heard from Farrar's victim. She says she quit volunteering after the incident and worries that Farrar would harass her every time she leaves her home. Farrar was not in court for today's sentencing. He needs to turn himself in by 5 o'clock tonight. We were able to record audio from today's hearing. You will be able to listen in on what happened in court tonight on KELOLAND News. We're learning some information about the victims in a deadly crash in Lincoln County. The Department of Public Safety says an 18 and 20-year-old man and 19-year-old woman were killed in the crash. Another 20-year-old man has non-life-threatening injuries. Authorities have not identified who was driving the pickup northwest of Beersford when it crashed early Saturday morning. A 33-year-old driver is facing a list of charges following a serious crash in Sioux Falls Friday night. Nathan Early is accused of running a red light at 12th Street and Kiwanis Avenue. Police say Early's car hit another vehicle. A 4-year-old child was thrown. Police say a third driver tried avoiding the crash and ran over the child. The kid was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. After the initial crash, police say Early's car continued on, hitting several other vehicles. No one else was seriously hurt. Early is expected to be in court this afternoon. He faces 7 charges, including DWI, vehicular battery, and reckless driving. Sioux Falls police are investigating an unusual crime spree involving a car fire and several damaged video lottery machines. Around 6 o'clock last night, police say 43-year-old Eric Whaley went into a casino on East 6th Street and tipped over 6 machines, causing $90,000 damage. An hour later, police say Whaley went into a second casino, this time on East 10th Street, and caused $30,000 damage to video lottery machines. Then, around 2 o'clock this morning, police say Whaley started his own car on fire. He's currently in the Minnehaha County Jail, facing several charges. Pivoting to weather, we don't have a whole lot going on, do we, Scott?
No, that we don't. We'll have a relatively warm day today. Temperatures will be above average. This cold front will move through. We'll have stronger northwest winds for tonight, and that will help bring in some cooler temperatures tomorrow. But it looks like the front will move through dry, and we are looking at dry skies as we do go through the work week and going right into the weekend. So more or less, it just becomes a numbers game. Those numbers right now are in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. We have 52 degrees in Rapid City. 39 in Pierre, 36 in Huron. It's 40 in Sioux Falls, 36 degrees in Aberdeen. And the winds are from a westerly direction, around 5 to 15 miles per hour. They are a little stronger in western and northwestern South Dakota, around 15 to 25. So you do see we have many locations here across southeastern KELOLAND in the 30s to near 40 degrees. As you see, 20s and 30s in north central and northeastern South Dakota. And Phillip already coming in at 50. So our forecast for today, you can expect mostly sunny to partly cloudy sky in southeastern KELOLAND. Temperatures today will hit the middle 40s for Sioux Falls. We'll continue with the light winds until we go into the late evening hours and tonight. Aberdeen looks like we'll have thickening cloud cover as we do go through the rest of your afternoon. Temperatures in the 30s to near 40 degrees. For central South Dakota, you can expect temperatures into the middle 40s this afternoon. Northwest winds around 15 to maybe 20 miles per hour. And western South Dakota, temperatures here in the low to middle 50s for afternoon highs. I'll have more details on the KELOLAND Live Doppler forecast coming up.
Thank you, Scott. To the east, people in Tennessee are trying to pick up the pieces following the horrific weekend tornadoes. 6 people were killed and entire neighborhoods were wiped out. Now, the same massive system is flooding parts of New York, New Jersey, and southern New England. Manuel Bojorquez in Nashville, where Tennessee's governor has declared a state of emergency, brings us this report.
Oh my God!
In Nashville, Tennessee, videos posted to social media show the intense wind.
Oh my God.
And the night sky lit up from exploding electrical equipment.
A transformer just blew.
In just minutes, powerful tornadoes shredded homes in Middle Tennessee. The city of Clarksville was hardest hit, where the National Weather Service says an EF3 tornado reached max wind speeds of 150 miles per hour. Yet closer to Nashville, an EF2 tornado left its mark as it sent mobile homes airborne at this trailer park. Firefighters believe that's how 31-year-old mother Floridima Perez and her 2-year-old son Anthony Mendez were killed.
One of the firemen, I said, did they find the baby? And they said yes, they couldn't find it because she was holding it, covering it, protecting it.
Another trailer belonged to 37-year-old father Joseph Dalton, who died from his injuries.
I'm thankful that we're all alive, but what hurts me more than anything is he lost his life last night.
The National Weather Service reported at least 6 tornado tracks. Officials say at least 22 structures were destroyed and more than 80 people were injured.
I hope nobody lives in those houses.
Tennessee Governor Bill Lee toured the damage Sunday.
There are victims whose lives are devastated and will never be the same.
Tanya Osborne says she's lucky she wasn't home when her house was hit.
I would have been in the closet that's now been sucked out.
Now, she's left with very little.
My whole life has been reduced to several garbage bags and what I can get in them and what I could salvage.
The local electrical company says there was extensive damage to some of its substations, so some areas may not have power fully restored, possibly for weeks. Clarksville Montgomery County schools will be closed today and tomorrow as officials continue to assess damage to campuses there. Manuel Bojorquez, CBS News, Nashville.
This month marks 82 years since the bombing of Pearl Harbor, which led to many Army training bases being built. One even close to home as an Army technical school popped up in Sioux Falls shortly after. Thousands of soldiers would be on their way to learn how to operate and manufacture before going overseas.
Because of the events on December 7th, 1941, the United States was suddenly thrust into war, needed training bases and areas where they could train thousands of troops to go and fight, not only in Japan, but also in Germany.
In tonight's Eye on KELOLAND, we're going to take a closer look at the Army Tech School in Sioux Falls and how one university still has a piece of that history.